The battle for Roblox's #1 driving game starts now. Two of the biggest driving games on Roblox, Car Dealership Tycoon and Driving Empire, are finally going head to head. From licensed brands and model quality to driving physics, map size, this video isn't just an opinion. I'm breaking down everything that matters to you guys. If you've ever argued over which game is better, this video might finally settle it or ignite even more chaos. I tested both games across 6 brutal categories and one of them barely survived. So before you comment which one wins, watch from start to finish. You might be shocked. Before I get into this, make sure you are subscribed. We're nearing 200k, so make sure you are subscribed, but let's get into this battle. Ladies and gentlemen, the video that you've all been waiting for is finally here. Oh, hello there, mate. How are you? Today we're going to be comparing the two largest driving games on Roblox and seeing which one is better. I'm told that the result is going to be very close, so do stick to the end. However, how this video is going to work is I'm going to score each game out of 10 on these 6 categories. Oh, for God's sake, it just turned night. No, son, come back. Oh, sorry about that, chaps. These 6 categories, I'm going to be comparing CDT and Driving Empire, scoring each one out of 10 and seeing which game comes out on top. As I said earlier, the result is going to be very close, and I'm also intrigued, just as you are, to find out which one is better. As you know, I've made content on both games for literally like years now, but today we're gonna finally be settling this debate. Actually, before I do this, I'm just gonna make it day real quick.
The next day.
I've just joined a new server. Let's get on to the first category. We're gonna be comparing brand licenses. Currently, I believe that CDT has, I think, like 5 brand licenses. However, this is an interesting category because I believe that Driving Empire only has a licensed cars. Because of that, let's just go to Driving Empire. Okay, so we're out here in Driving Empire. Oh my god, there's a little motive going on. If I quickly just walk into the dealership and I go to the licensed brand section, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 32 33 34 licensed brands. Jesus. Well, that just puts CDT to bed, doesn't it? I'm gonna say Driving Empire for licenses. They've not got every brand. They've not got like Ferrari or anything. They have got Lambo, which is pretty cool. Couple brands missing. I'm gonna give that a 9 out of 10 though. Still very good. CDT, I kind of have to give like a 3 out of 10 to be honest. By the way, I should have mentioned this. I'm gonna be adding up all of their scores at the end. I'm told it's gonna be very close. Next category is going to be model quality. We're back here in CDT. We're gonna be seeing how good is the model quality in this game.
Do you need a second?
Now, to be honest, CDT's kind of famed for being, not being the best at model quality. One thing I have noticed, though, is CDT's actually pretty good at doing these fake cars. Like, all of these Lambos are all fake cars because it's not licensed, but they actually do a really good... Why the hell is that pink? Now, one sec, let me fix this. They actually do a decent job of doing a fake model. Like, I can tell what car this is pretty clearly, so I can't diss CDT that much for model quality. Their F1 cars are also pretty good. If I take out a car that isn't licensed but isn't off-brand either, like this thing, the interiors are... The model is decent. The issue lies with their licensed cars, okay? Like, this here is a licensed car, okay? It looks good. It's got all the logos and everything. Looks beautiful. They actually improved the interiors, but before they weren't so good. So they've improved on their interiors, I think. I'm gonna give CDT a solid 6 out of 10 on model quality. They've done an alright job. Let's now go see what Driving Empire says. So we're back here in Driving Empire. Now, as I've been saying, you guys probably know what the score is gonna be on this one. I think Driving Empire has the best model quality of any Roblox game out there. I mean, there are these non-licensed cars, which, I mean, they look alright. No. The non-licensed cars in Driving Empire are worse than the non-licensed cars in CDT. That's what I would say. However, ladies and gentlemen, when Volets gets their hand on a license, they cook. I mean, let's have a look at, like, this McLaren Senna here. Everything about this car is, like, pixel for pixel, metal for metal. I mean, look at this. It's even got the badge down here. Everything on the Speedo is accurate to the real car. I'm gonna have to give Driving Empire, like, a solid other 9 out of 10. I can't give them a 10 out of 10 because their non-licensed cars are they're kind of crap. But we're almost halfway done. Let's go on to the next category. Okay, so we're back here in CDT. We're now going to be testing physics, like the driving physics of the game. To be honest, Oh my god, the voice cracked. CDT's driving physics, I think, are kind of underrated. They're not amazing, don't get me wrong. They're also not horrible. I feel like this one is going to be a pretty close battle. Yo, Jeff, I'm sub to you. Shout out to you, mate. Thank you very much. Also in CDT, one thing you can do in CDT, which I don't think you can do in Driving Empire, is drift flawlessly. If you put the right modifications on your car, you can absolutely just cook with drifting. I mean, look at this. Oh, wait, no, not like that. You can drift a lot easier in this game than in Driving Empire. So I reckon CDT physics are going to get a solid... I want to give it an 8 out of 10. That 8 out of 10 is a that's a very generous 8 out of 10, I will just say. Next up, we got those Driving Empire physics. Now, as I mentioned, it's pretty hard to drift in Driving Empire, which is fine. You don't exactly need to be drifting on every corner. The one thing I've noticed about Driving Empire's driving physics... Now, some of you will think this is cool, but personally, I don't think this is good. The car's steering is like... It's very sharp. Like, very, very sharp. Almost too sharp. My camera's wobbling around. I'm getting seasick. I don't like this. The acceleration on the cars is it's kind of slow. But I'm not saying Driving Empire physics are bad. They're actually pretty good. Much, much, much better than average. So I think I'm gonna give this a solid, 6 out of 10. It's not bad. It's not amazing. It's still pretty good. Oh, I am lagging. The fact that I'm lagging is gonna come later in the video, so make sure you stick to the end for that. Next up, we're gonna be testing the map. Now, not just the size of the map. We're gonna be testing the size, the diversity, and the detail of the map. When I say diversity, I don't mean that kind of diversity. I mean, like, the different areas that you've got of the map. So, kicking off with CDT, the size of the map, I can't really be asked to load it all in. It's not massive. It's definitely not as big as Driving Empire. It's also not small. It's medium. Driving Empire's map is definitely bigger. However, when we go onto the different areas of the map, you'll see this when I go back to Driving Empire. CDT's map has got a mixture of different areas. For example, it's got the port area over there, it's got the city area here, a drift area here, a school over here. CDT's map diversity is much better than Driving Empire. I think Driving Empire is more of just like it's like a concrete jungle. Though I do think CDT's map detail is kind of lacking a little bit. Like, what's this mountain? It's just a wall. Oh, Jesus Christ. So overall for CDT, I'm probably gonna give the map like a 7 out of 10. That's being generous as well, by the way. Also even got the desert over there. I don't think Driving Empire has a desert, but next up we've got the Driving Empire map. Now, to be honest, I kind of have to score this better than CDT, but the issue is I don't think this map is that diverse. It's just it's a massive city, which is it's good. It is very detailed, don't get me wrong, it is very detailed. Driving Empire definitely wins on detail. In terms of size, this map is massive. It's got like 10 bajillion islands. However, when it comes to map diversity, I mean, you have the city over here, which is pretty good. And then anything that is not the city is just plain grass. And I suppose you've got that mountainous area over there. But for the most part, any area that isn't city or highway is just grass. So I'm probably going to give the DE map an 8 out of 10. It's very good, don't get me wrong. I was being generous to CDT. I'm kind of generous to Driving Empire. Maybe if they made this area into like a desert area, then this would be a 10 out of 10 map. But in terms of map diversity, it's either city or grass. That's about it. Next up, we're going to be testing the races. So, CDT has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't be asked to count all that. The reality is they both have a bunch of races. What I'm more concerned about is the complexity of those races and, how engaging they are. So, we've got these, like, event races, which are pretty cool in CDT. Kids Bop. Still got no clue what that means, by the way. Then you have the classic drag race, circuit race. Very engaging races. You got the police race, where you got to catch the criminals and stuff. You got the mountain sprint race, which is just, it's a sprint race. The races even have mini races inside of them. Go-kart, circuit, and oval. And then street has got the city race, the drag race, and the highway race. CDT races are actually pretty decent. However, would I say they're as detailed as Driving Empire? Maybe not. So I'm gonna give CDT a 6 out of 10 on the races. That's because I was generous on the previous ones. I want to be very brutal on the races because I've been kind of you're right, mate, how are you? You kind of look like that TJR guy. Yes, mate, how are you? Lovely to meet you. Do you think the races in CDT are better than DE? Good talk, we should do it again sometime. Next up, we're going to be oh, wait, he's just joined back. Next up, we're going to be comparing the races in Driving Empire. So, Driving Empire has 1 or 2 more races. They've also got these event races like Daytona and Tralalelo Tralala. And they've done well because they've got these like limited time races which are pretty cool, I think. Every time I play this game, they've added like 10 new races. Better yet, Driving Empire has a racing hub where you can teleport to every race. So yeah, I'm gonna give Driving Empire races a brutal 7 out of 10. Again, I was brutal with CDT. I'm gonna be brutal with Driving Empire. Considering the races, why are there people dancing back there? I'm not seeing enough movement. Driving Empire is still a bit better than CDT. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the final category of this video. Before we score each and every single one, why is it always nighttime when I join these random servers? Why can't it be daytime for once? We're now on to the final category. Now, this next category, I think CDT is gonna win on this one. The next category is performance and optimization. So that just means, can you run the game on a potato? I have like a bog standard average PC, okay? I can run CDT perfectly fine. I can probably run CDT on my fridge if I wanted to. If I whip out this magic thing here, it tells you basically every single statistic about this game when it comes to performance. The map is 29,000 parts. Essentially, the more parts, the more laggy the game is gonna be. So CDT has 30,000 parts. That is really, really good. You don't need to worry about all of these. Wait, heartbeat? What? My heart is beating at 60 times a second? Kinda have to give CDT like a 9 out of 10 on performance, because that's literally what this game is made for. This game is made for kids who play on potatoes. Kinda like me. Lads, please subscribe so I can get a better PC. Next up, we're going to be comparing the performance and optimization for Driving Empire. Now, loading into the game, I am already lagging. Driving Empire's graphics are way more advanced, but I just opened my inventory, okay? I had a little bit of lag spike, and I've got a decent PC. I'm not playing on like a literal potato, but if I want to sort my vehicles from like high to low, it takes like ages to do it. Like, look at this guy. He's lagging like there's no tomorrow. Oh, come on, then. Hurry up. Bro, this thing has literally taken like 5 minutes. I don't know what's going on. Why are all my buttons going blue? Chaps, I think I've broken the game. I'm gonna have to leave and rejoin. I mean, Driving Empire do a decent job at optimizing the game, especially with this detail of models. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to load in the entire map and see how many parts this map is. Even just loading the map, I am kind of lagging on this PC. Comment down below your experience with Driving Empire lagging. It doesn't lag a lot for me. It may lag for you if you're playing on like a Nokia brick or something. So chaps, I've just spent the last like 10 minutes loading in the entire map. What I didn't realize is that Driving Empire actually gets rid of the map as you drive around. So because of that, I'm just sat here in the middle of the city, and I'm sat here on 31,000 parts, which is actually pretty good. The only issue is, if you counted in all of the parts which are actually present in the game, it would add up to like well over 150,000, maybe even 200,000 parts. So with so many parts, I don't know if Driving Empire performs that well on performance. Though they do a decent job at optimizing it, it's still a decent bit laggy. Because of that, I kind of have to give Driving Empire's performance like a really low score. But they've done well to mitigate the score, so I guess I'm just gonna have to give it like 2 out of 10, I guess. It's still a bit laggy, but for what the game is, it should be so much more laggy, but it isn't. They do a good job on optimization. So, the scores are in, ladies and gentlemen. The total scores are in. And as promised, it is very close. The total score for Car Dealership Tycoon was 39. Keep in mind, these scores are out of 60. Overall, I've given CDT 39 out of 60. Driving Empire, I've given 30. No, I'm joking. It got 41. Congratulations. Driving Empire is officially the better game. Comment down below your thoughts on which game you think is better. The reality is, which game is better is honestly personal opinion. But comment down below which is your favorite. But thank you very much for watching. Do subscribe and bye.